I need to get in the middle of the frame. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. That sounds so weird. I have been putting this off for like 2 years after I basically tell myself every day that I'm gonna make my channel finally, and I'm gonna finally record me speaking. This channel will not have any specific purpose. I do love makeup, but I'm not out here to try to be a beauty guru. I am also not out here to be a psychologist or anything. This channel is an everything channel. I'll talk about my ways of self-love, how I put myself through difficult situations, how I get out of those situations. I'm also going to talk about everything. There's really no specific topic that I'm going to touch always. This video specifically though, this is about how I took a leave of absence from school without consulting anyone about it, including my parents. If you're going through something like this, or if you're thinking about taking a leave of absence without your parents knowing, or anybody knowing for that matter, then I guess this video could help you, could be of use for you if you're struggling in a college situation right now and you're considering taking a leave of absence. I hope this video helps you. And so without further ado, I will get to it. Okay, so first of all, what is a leave of absence? A leave of absence is basically when you take a pause from your education and you take some time basically for yourself. Some people take a year off, some people take a semester off, like even before making it to the school. I unfortunately did not do that. I went straight into college, and this year I went straight into my first semester in a school, away from my family, away from anybody I knew kind of. The only person that I had really close to me is my fiance, and so I guess getting accustomed to being far away from your family has definitely been one factor for it being so difficult for me to get used to this. Also, just being somewhere that's so different from my home was just like, whoa, like what is this? And so I've obviously had time to think about what I'm gonna do, which I'm not gonna disclose in here because it's kind of like none of your business, no offense. But I definitely want to talk about why I left. I went to a school that was filled of people of all different kinds. It was definitely one of the most diverse places I've ever been in, and I come from Houston. So Houston itself is very diverse, but this school literally had every single person, every single type of person in the world. And so I liked that at the beginning, but then I didn't like it because it felt like I was going to school somewhere where I didn't click with anyone, because in a sea full of people that were so different, there was just not one person that was similar to me. That definitely hit me really hard. I had a really tough time. I did 3 months, 3 straight months of school, and in those 3 months, there was never really a time where I felt comfortable. There wasn't really a time where I felt like I clicked, like I felt like I was welcomed. And so that's kind of ironic, but it was. And so I had a very difficult time getting accustomed to where I was. And so that really started affecting my mental health. I have anxiety, and I've also had multiple times of depression. I've never gone to a psychologist or a psychiatrist to talk about the times I feel depressed. Sometimes I just feel like it's normal to have down times. I don't think I have clinical depression, but there came times where, or there is times still, where I just get really sad. I just get really moody. I just don't want to do anything. Getting out of bed is so hard for me, and that definitely started affecting me in school. And so there would be times where I just didn't want to get up and I just didn't want to go to class because I just felt like so emotionally drained. And so I never really talked about this with anyone. My school at least had this center where I could talk to people. They have on-site counselors and everything. But when I started to get help and when I started to seek someone that could help me, I never really found anyone, because I basically went to a school that was just constantly telling me like all the good things that the school had and never like really asking me. You know, there was a time where I seemed really unmotivated. I was really kind of sappy. I would go to class looking like shit. Really, that kind of, I guess, worried people. It didn't worry me because I knew what was going on, but I even got reported by a professor because the professor said I was an at-risk student. And when I was confronted about that, basically I was just telling them how like I was fine. I mean, I was having trouble, but I wasn't like suicidal or anything. And they just, I don't know, they didn't make me feel like they were trying to help me. It was more of like just making sure I wasn't gonna affect anybody around me. I don't know, I just didn't like that. I also didn't like the school in an aspect that they were so open-minded, and they claimed that they were open-minded, and they would have stupid policies and stupid laws, and it just got to a point where I couldn't take it anymore. Like, I couldn't go to school in a place where I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel comfortable. I did talk to my mother about this. I did talk to her about how I felt uncomfortable, and we just left it at that I was going to transfer at the end of the semester, but that really didn't settle in for me. That was kind of just like a no. I didn't feel comfortable. I just thought about it sometime. I talked to my boyfriend about it. He was never really on the boat of, yeah, take a leave of absence. He was more like everybody else that were like, well, just give it time, just think about it. You don't want to regret it. You don't want to do anything that you're eventually gonna, just regret. Just think about and just be really angry at yourself. But I took a leave of absence. I did it without telling my parents. Nobody in my family knew. My mother has recently found out, but I just did it for me. I really did it for me. I didn't feel like I could tell anyone or try to explain my situation when I was going to take a leave of absence, because I just felt like nobody was really there. Nobody was really there in my steps. Nobody was really there in my situation, in my position. Nobody was really, just going through what I was going through at just, I believe, such a young age. So I just did it. I just went to the office. I just signed a paper. I just did it. I left. I packed up my stuff. I left. I've been keeping up with my courses. I still have the email. I still see everything that people get assigned. I do stuff by myself sometimes, most of the time. And so now I'm just working. I have a job. So I'm just saving up money. And I have until December 1st to decide what am I going to do, if I'm going to go back, if I'm not going to go back, if I'm just going to drop out, am I just going to do whatever. That is something that is currently circulating in my head. I'm definitely now taking opinions from everyone, but as far as a leave of absence, and if you're thinking that you want to take a leave of absence, I definitely recommend that you only listen to your heart, to yourself. Consider you first, not anybody, not everybody. If you're a person like me, I tend to try to please everyone. Don't do that when you're making this decision. This decision is for you, because you're the one that's getting up every day to go to class. You're the one that's going to be there. It's your life. I never understood people who took leave of absences. I never understood people who took gap years, but now I do. And so I definitely regret getting out somewhere else even. I'm just a person that I tend to have the need to try things before I make a decision on them. And so that was me. If you're thinking about taking a gap year or leave of absence once again, just, really just listen to yourself, to your inner voice. Really, if you are religious, sit down with the power you believe in, speak to them. If you're not religious, just throw it into the universe, see what the universe tells you. And so, yeah, just have faith in yourself, because really, whatever's going to come out of you, whatever you're going to be in life, is really up to you, not up to anybody's recommendation, not up to anybody's work, not up to anybody else. It's really just you. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little talk vid. I really don't know what other video to do. I'm trying to do videos like weekly. Next Sunday I'll probably have another topic, or maybe I'll have a tutorial, or maybe I have something. I'd have to think about it. But yeah, I hope all of you have an amazing weekend. I hope all of you have an amazing day. I don't know where you are right now if you're watching, but I hope everything's going well. And I hope in this time that if you are considering a leave of absence or anything, that you really just get the help that you need. And if you are like me and you feel like nobody can help you, just really have time with yourself, invest time in yourself. And if you feel like the school is not for you, going to school right now is not for you, anything, whatever isn't for you, just take a step back and let it be, because it's your time, it is your life, and nobody's going to give you this time back, and nobody's going to give you this piece of your life back, really. What you're living is only yours, it's your life. And so probably not everybody's going to understand, but it's not anybody's job to understand. It's just your job to care for you.